Okay, we're going to talk about stropping your knife. Going to go over the strop, the compound, and how to do it. Today we're going to strop this Condor Bushlore. Just got it out of the box. It'll cut paper kind of raggedly, but it won't shave hair. We're just going to strop it and see what we can bring the edge to with just a stropping and not a re-sharpening. Okay, again, this is the Condor Bushlore. I just took it out of the box. This is not going to be a Bushlore review because I just got it, but suffice to say, it is a Woodlore knockoff. It costs about $35, shipping included. Full tang, exposed tang design, some kind of hardwood handle, some kind of bead blasted finish, and a scandy edge. Plenty of reviews on this knife on YouTube. It's got a decent sheath that comes with. Not going to go over that since I don't really have any experience with it. Thought I'd give it a try though. This is a strop. This is a red Latigo strop with black stropping compound on it. It has a ring at the end to hold. It has a ring at the end with a hook and swivel and a leather thong to tie it to a doorknob with. On the back of it, it has a cotton duck, woven cotton duck strop with a handle on it and red compound. This is a custom strop. The paste I choose to use, and there's plenty of opinions and plenty of paste out there. I strop my straight razors on this too, so I use Stangen pasta for streak in Riemann. There's two little pastes in here, a black and a red. Black is fine, the red's a little coarser. This is for straight razors. It's made in Solingen, Germany. This is good paste. I've been using it for years. This one tiny little box of paste will last forever. I've just put a fresh charge of black on the red Latigo side of my strop and a fresh charge of the red on the duck webbing side. And we will go to stropping now. Okay, the strop by this thong ties to a doorknob, usually my bathroom door. But the first thing you want to do is lock the door. You don't want someone coming in from the other way and opening this door on you while you're stropping a knife. It's a good way to ruin your strop or ruin your fingers and ruin your day. So you're going to wrap this around, double it over, tie it tight. That's going to be tight enough. The thong will not slip. Gonna take your knife in your hand. Now, stropping a knife, I do it differently than I strop a straight razor, but you are going to start out on the duck side. Now, when you strop a straight razor, you're gonna hold a little bit differently. You're gonna hold like this with the blade this way, and you're gonna strop and then roll it on its spine and strop back, rolling it on its spine. And if you want to be a stickler, this is probably a much better way to strop a knife, but I don't strop knives like this. The steel is going to be a little bit harder on a knife, and you can, with a straight razor, if you practice, you can make this motion quickly, but it's a little awkward at first. With a knife, I hold it just like I'm using it, and I strop and turn, strop, off of the strop. You know, kind of the old timer way of doing it. This would not work with a straight razor. But in any event, you're going to strop 35 or 40 times More 50 if you want on this side, on the duck. And when you're stropping, you want to let this, you don't want this gut tight. You want enough bend so that you see the strop kind of sag but remain taut. Taut but not tight. And we're gonna strop away. This right here, the woven duck belting type side, this is going to take off any jagged edges and start to smooth out your edge. The red latigo side with the black paste, that's going to be your finishing strop. When you strop, you want to make sure you pull the whole blade across the strop like this, kind of making an X with it. I'm going slow so you can see what I'm doing. The more experienced you get, you'll be able to just do it fast. Making an X the whole time. Okay. After you get the initial stropping done, you'll see a little buildup of stropping compound, usually right along the leading edge of the bevel. Turn your strop over, that's what the swivel's there for. We're going to go to the black compound on the red latigo for the finishing. Now it's not going to make the whisk that it would normally make. It probably will by the time I'm done, but I just recharged it with black stropping compound, so it's a little sticky right now. Usually it makes a real kind of a slick sound if you've got a good strop going. But since this is brand newly charged, we're doing a lot of spreading around of the brand new compound. It's starting to spread around a little bit. It takes, you know, a few stroppings. Once you freshly recharge a strop with compound, it'll take a few stroppings to work it down into the latigo. You can do this with a belt. It's not as good as a fine red latigo strop. You wouldn't. A knife is plenty fine for a belt. Just an old piece of leather. This strop is a nice strop for straight razors, but it also works really good with my knives too. A lot of people use blue stropping compound for knives because it's a little grittier than this. I mean, the red and black paste that I use is really super fine compound. I mean, it's for using on a razor you shave your face with. I use it on my knives too. Okay, I'm gonna go wipe this off with a piece of toilet paper and then I'll bring it back and we'll see if it cuts hair. Okay, I got me a piece of toilet paper. Just gonna wipe off the excess compound. Now let's see. I don't know if you can see the hairs on the blade. the bald spot right here, but there you go, we're cutting hair. Oh, that was a bad cut. That's a sharp knife. Condor Bushlore, right out of the box, nothing but a stropping. We are shaving hair and doing some crazy curly paper cuts. Nice. Okay, first impressions, I guess we'll go ahead and do this. First impressions of the knife, like I said before, it's got a really nice sheet, really nice welt. The stitching's good, it's riveted here. The belt loop is a little low, I'll probably put a dangler on it. I really don't like a knife that rides that high above my belt, especially when you're wearing a pack. Fit and finish of the knife, none of the problems that people have talked about before. It's nice and smooth, wood to metal fit. Nice sand job on the wood, no rough spots. Blade looks good, the grind is good. Like I say, all I had to do was strop it to get it going like that. That's that. It's worth $35 for a try. We'll get back to you once I've tried it more, actually in the field. Later.